Okay, in this video I want to explain to you some things for people who exercise or bodybuilders, how Kefir can help you in this aspect or in this exercise program. Now, first of all, I'm not a bodybuilder. Okay, I do not lift weights. I do exercises. I am a fitness trainer, but I'm not into the whole massive bodybuilding thing. Okay? But let me just show you how this Kefir can help you in your training and your exercise. Okay, now let's break this down a little bit and let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, this here is called the curd that's on top, and this liquid part right here is what's called the whey. Okay? Whey and curd. Alright, now before, I would always just eat this top part, this fluffy, thick, creamy, delicious. It's so hard for me right now not to just suck the top off of this. I mean, I hope it shows up good on this camera, but can you see how this is just fluffing over at the top? Trust me, I can make a good head of Kefir, and it's partly with my magical powers that I put on it, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, what I really want to discuss in this video is this part right here, the liquid whey. Now this stuff is considered by research that the amino acids in this whey protein are the most absorbable form of protein that exists. Okay? Now why is that? Because what happens is the proteins and stuff in milk get broken down into smaller substances and get basically pre-digested. So now they're broken down into amino acids, which is the smallest form of proteins. So now the body, once this stuff is broken down into very small pieces, the body can really absorb this much easier and much faster, because the body does not have to do a lot of work to try and break down these larger molecules of protein. The friendly bacteria break them down for you, so that now the body can absorb it much easier. Now also in this liquid, it is loaded with a lot of vitamins, minerals, and immunoglobulins, which really help to stimulate the immune system. So not only does this stuff provide some of the most absorbable amino acids and proteins, but studies showed consistently from Sweden and Russia that when this stuff was used with exercise, the most significant benefit to the people was that it really boosted the immune system. And I had a guy email me from YouTube, and he told me that since he had been drinking Kefir, he has not had a cold or sniffle or flu, nothing, since he's been drinking this stuff. So just one of the only testimonies that I can tell you about as far as sickness and cold goes. Okay, now bodybuilders buy up all this whey protein when they could actually get it straight from the source, right here. No machines, no man-made processing, straight from the source right here, whey protein. And you got the bonus of things that boost the immune system, good bacteria, vitamins, and minerals all together here, instead of just straight whey protein. Okay, now you have to understand that this is where companies get whey protein from. This is the source. So how they do this is when cheese is made. Okay, all this whey, the liquid, drains out. They take this liquid, dehydrate it so that all the water comes out, and then now you have this white powder left over, which is the whey proteins and vitamins and minerals or whatnot, and then they just take this powder, put it into a bottle, and then turn around and sell it right back to you. And the problem with buying whey protein powder is that it is too concentrated. It's way too much, and too much protein in the body can throw the chemical balance off in the body, okay? You're just putting way too much protein, and it will also make the body become fatter. You'll gain more fat by having way too much protein. Why? Because the body can only use so much protein in a day, okay? And the excess that is left over still floating around, it will go into the liver, and then the liver will turn this into fatty acids. All this extra proteins, it turns it into fat, and then it sends it out into the body, and then it gets stored in whatever places. You know, it's different on different people. Arms, gut, butt, legs, whatever. So this is a problem with having too much concentration of this whey protein. And these whey powders in the gym are also normally loaded with sugar and aspartame. And not only is sugar not good for you, but this combination of heavy proteins and sugars is a very poor food combination. This is a big no-no in food combining. And you can probably experience this for yourself because this causes very bad indigestion. It's very hard for the body to digest these two combinations of elements, these sugars and proteins. So this is why you will probably get a bloated gut or just bad indigestion or stomach pain after drinking some of these shakes or eating some of these protein bars, because they're mixing these sugars and proteins together. They're just putting the sugar in it just so it gives it some taste, so you think it tastes good, but in reality this combination is a big no-no. And I mean, as you can see, a lot of bodybuilders have this puff gut, is what I call it, just this swollen gut. And a lot of things too I've noticed is you can see on the arms of a lot of guys who drink this stuff, there's just kind of this thick layer of basically just fat, okay? And I just think it's from just pounding too many of these protein shakes, because this whole protein theory has been shoved down our throats so much. This stuff is just propaganda to make sales. Okay, now I'll probably get fired for telling you this if they ever see this video, the company that I work for, but